Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. As you can tell, I am back to the beach and I'm sharing with you the scenery. It's early morning for Tampa. It's very, very cold. You may be able to actually appreciate that from my voice that it's a little colder here, like 50 degree Fahrenheit, which is cold for this area. But this is my hope that you could be able to hear me very clearly, and the shivering and the cold may not affect my energy, my inspiration, and my voice. That being said, I want to wow, that's the sunset, beautiful. As this is my custom, I want to share with you one insight that helped me to grow. If you have been following me, you know that growth is one of my most important values, which means I want to grow on a daily basis, partly because that's the way I am, and partly also because I am a learning professional, which means I help people grow, and I cannot help people grow if I don't grow. And therefore, this is kind of my values, also my duty to grow on a daily basis. What I want to share with you, if growth is one of your values, is that you have to simplify your growth. You have to come up with a framework. Look at these beautiful pigeons. Most probably they don't run away from me. They have been accustomed to people like myself. Maybe they are feeling like, oh, this guy is very intrusive, and they are nervous a little bit. All right, I'll let them go. All right. So you have to have a model, a framework that makes it very, very easy for you to grow. And one of the frameworks that I use as I grow and also help others grow is the concept called triad. 3 areas where I want to grow. I can't grow everywhere. There are areas where that may not interest me. But in the areas where I want to grow in 3 dimensions. The first one is in my mindset. Whether it is for me or the programs, the coaching, the workshops, the cohort programs, the summits, the mindset that we design, we make sure that there is a part in that program, in that curriculum, where we help people grow in their mindset. Mindset, to make it simple, is how you view the world, how you process information, how you deal with issues, challenges, problems. And some of the measures of where your mindset is, what do you think about, for example, life? You can have a mindset which believes that it's a beautiful place. I'm here to have impact. This is a golden opportunity for me to exist, and therefore this is a beautiful world, a beautiful universe. There is another kind of mentality, which is, this is a bad place. I am here without my willingness, and I hate life. All right. So either someone has an optimistic or pessimistic mindset. Another area to measure your mindset is in the area of how you face challenges. Are you a person who says, I can overcome this, I can beat this, or somebody who quickly gives up, somebody who surrenders? Another area of mindset is, do you have a mindset of growth, which means you don't believe that you know everything. You always want to learn. You always want to challenge your perspectives, assumptions. Or you can have a closed mindset, which means you think you know everything, especially in your profession. You think no one could be able to teach you anything. You might have already seen this kind of people. Try to help them. You know that's their challenge. You know they have that gap, that challenge, but you can tell they push back. They directly or indirectly they tell you, what do you teach me? I already know this. You know, mind your own business. Because for them, they are closed mindset. They have this mindset, mentality, psychology where they don't think that they need to become better. They don't think they have even weaknesses, limitations, blind spots. All right, this is the area of mindset. So whenever we create coaching or workshop or cohort programs, we make sure, of course, according to the growth level of the individual. For example, if we are creating a program for an emerging leader who is just a team leader or a supervisor or a project manager, we make sure that we identify the right mindset they should have given where they are in their leadership. The same thing for middle leader and the same thing for an executive. They should have different mentality, mindset, and psychology. The psychology, the mindset that someone has as a supervisor may not help them when they become a middle manager. It may not help them when they become an executive. Another area of growth that I work on myself and an area where we incorporate in our programs is skill sets. Sometimes you see that you're advanced in your mentality, which is you are optimistic, you believe in yourself, you believe that you can achieve whatever you set your mind on, you have growth mindset, you're determined, you're focused, and you have this winner mentality, but you may not have the skill sets, and therefore your mindset, that fortified mindset, is waste because you don't have skill sets to enact on your mindset, your growth, your optimism, your courage. Some of the skills that you need to develop are the following, but depending on where you are in life and the kind of work that you do, the kind of business that you do, these skill sets may not help you that much. In my case, the first skill set you want to have is communication. When I talk about communication, I'm not talking about talking. Right now, for example, I'm talking in front of my cell phone. But this is just one type of communication. By the way, this is impromptu. I didn't prepare for this. As you can tell, I'm distracted by the pigeons and the ocean and so on. So this is one of the skill sets, the communication skill sets that I want to develop. I want to speak impromptu without preparing myself, without looking on a note, while I am in the middle of busy streets, all right, on very busy beach or whatever. This is one. There are many types of communication and also different settings and types of speeches. For example, some of the speeches, communications that you make are, for example, on the stage, some in front of the camera, some to persuade, some communications to inspire, some communications to provide press release and so on, which means communication by itself, just one skill set, is very, very vast. But you want to pick at least 1 or 2, 3 areas where you want to grow. You want to become better in terms of communication skills. Another one I suggest as part of communication is the ability to sell your ideas, your products and services. I tell people, if you know how to sell, you will never and ever be hungry without opportunities. Unfortunately, a lot of cultures and subcultures, they discourage selling, making you poor, making you out of options. If you know how to sell yourself, your products and services, if you know how to sell and raise capital, pitch and get what you want, hey, this is one of the most powerful skill set that you want to have. Again, it's also very vast. We're talking about selling, closing. Another area of skill set that you want to develop is the ability to strategize and plan. This is important because think about this. You have limited time, limited resources, and you have to compete with sometimes world-class people in your profession, in your industry, in your business. Unless you are strategic, you won't be able to compete. You won't be able to succeed, especially in the long term. And therefore, you want to be strategic. And this is a skill set, by the way. Yes, there is a part, like communication, sales, there is a part of mindset, which means, for example, as a communicator, you have to believe that you have something to communicate. You have to believe that whatever you're communicating worth the attentions of others. You have to believe that others should listen to you. If you don't believe in yourself, people don't believe in your message, your product and services. Like that, there is a mindset part when it comes to being strategic, which means you have to believe that there are better ways to do things. There are shortcuts. There are better ways to do things. You can save time, energy, resources. Most importantly, time. If you become strategic, if you think critically and come up with some strategies to achieve your goals, short and long-term goals, what happens? You save time. We all are running against time. Why should you wait 10 years to achieve your goal? Why not achieve it in 3 years, in 1 year? Why wait 10 months? Why not in 10 days? When you become strategic, that's what you're gonna get. Anyways, enough about skill sets. Let's talk about personality or character. This is also very important. Sometimes you may have the mindset, the mentality. You may have a skill sets. You are excellent in certain areas, and it may give you leverage and advantage and better opportunities. But to sustain your success, you need to have the right character and personality, and of course, depending on your industry, depending on where you are in life. And you have to pick and choose where you want to work on per, let's say, for a given time. Let's say this year or this month or this week. What are some of the personality areas you want to work on? One area where you may consider to grow, which I work on, is how can I become predictable? Think about this. People prefer to communicate, relate, work, and do business with people they can predict. They may not like you. They may not believe what you believe. But they know that you are predictable, which means there is no surprise with you. For example, if you tell them that this is what you're gonna do, they may not like what you do, but they know you're gonna do it. You're predictable. The second character area, personality area you wanna develop is trustworthiness or integrity, credibility. This is about you keeping your own words. It's simple. Keeping your words. It looks very simple, but it's not. Because we humans, by nature, we tend to be very careless when it comes to our words, our promises. We don't take them seriously. The only time we take our words seriously is when we sign a contract or something like that. Want to develop a very solid character? Even if you don't sign anything, even if you're not obliged to do certain things, because it's a value, because it's your belief, because it is something important to you, because it's your word. I tell people, if I don't see people loyal to your own words, how can they become loyal to me or anyone else? They can't. It looks very simple, but very, very profound. We should be trustworthy first to our words. Once people know that you keep your words, they trust you. Trust is very important for any meaningful relationships, partnerships. But here is one thing. You can't always keep your words. Things change. Your expectations may alter. But again, integrity means, trustworthiness means you don't shy away, you don't run away. There are people, they promise me something or we agree on something, somehow down the road they change their mind. I trust that there may be some strong reasons why they are backing away from your promises, from your words. Maybe there are certain things that happened that may not justify why they should keep their words. But they don't come and negotiate, renegotiate. No, they don't come and make it up to me. No, they run away, they disappear, they don't pick up the phone. They run away. When you meet them next time, they act as if nothing happened. Something happened. Hey, you broke your own words, your promises. How can I believe you anymore to work with you? At least have the gut, the fortitude to own your mistake, saying sorry. Yes, I promised this. I said I want to do this, but I didn't do it. I apologize, and I will make it up to you. Especially this is important in business. Some people, to protect their integrity, their trustworthiness, they go the extra mile. For example, in our business, if we promise we're gonna deliver a workshop, let's say that we couldn't be able to do it, we go the extra mile. First of all, we make sure that somebody will be there. It may not be me, it may not be someone from our team, but we make sure that somebody from another company should be there with equivalent capabilities and competencies. And we may pay double than what they already paid for us. But it doesn't matter, we have to keep our words. Let's say we couldn't be able to do that. Well, not only we return their money, we even pay for the event that they organized, because we couldn't be able to do it. We return the money, we apologize, we reschedule it, but we pay for the expenses that they already expect, because integrity has cost. And the most important thing is you are being loyal to your words and your promises. In conclusion, I think I'm carried away. This is going to be a very long video, but this is something I really want to share with you. This is about how we become very strategic in terms of how we grow. And if we have to pick 3 areas to grow, one is our mentality, our psychology, our mindset. We need to fortify our mindset. We need to have a mindset that grows, a mindset that's optimistic, a mindset that believes in it can be done. And another area to grow is the skill sets, and we have to choose the right skill sets, competencies that are very, very important for us to be successful, and for all of us, based on where we are in life and what we do in the business we are in. There are important skill sets. Just focus on 3, develop them, master them, make them your habits, and then move to the next skill set, to the next competency. The last one, the third one, is working on your personality, your character. Character is especially important if you are a leader, because it's the glue that keeps the team. If your people don't trust you, there is no way that they're gonna give their best. They don't go all in. They always are tentative. They're not sure whether you mean what you're saying. They're not sure whether you keep your words or not. They're not sure whether you have their best interest in your heart. Hopefully this has been very inspirational and educational for you. I want to hear in the comment areas your experience. How do you grow? What are the areas where you're working on? And what are some of the mindset areas that you are currently working on, skill set that you are doing your best to develop? What kind of character are you molding, shaping? This is not just for you, for your team, for your organization. What development areas are you investing in to help people grow in your organization, in your company? Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to see you in another beach walk. All right, enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.